Alright guys, welcome to Hummert's Ghosts and Yolks. This is going to be the last vlog before I get really heavy into ambulance clinicals, so until I'm done with ambulance clinicals, this will be the last vlog, guys. Sorry, but I just have to do it that way because otherwise I'm not going to get them done. And I'm going to get them done. That's the goal, is to get them all done within, by the third week in November, so that's about 2 months. So, I'm going to bust them out. I'm literally going to have no free time after this Wednesday. This Wednesday is my first ambulance clinical, so I will have no free time at all. So that means, yeah, it's going to be horrible. But what we're doing today is we're taking Junior, the buck, back down to the Ingloggies. He's going home. He's bred everybody. He's done his job, and he's stuck around long enough to make sure that he didn't miss anybody. So, yeah, we're getting him taken home. We got a little bit back in with the girls, and they're doing their dominance thing. They're gonna fight for a little bit, try to get their dominance back and all that. And yeah, so we'll catch up back up with you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, we're back. We got Junior taken back home and picked up some hay. So the reason I picked up some hay this early, you guys are probably going, well, your grass and your pastures are still green. Why are you picking up hay? Well, I'm about to start my clinicals, like I said earlier, and I'm going to be gone for pretty much 2 months straight. Like, I'm going to be home to sleep, but that's about it. I'm going to be at work, and I'm going to be doing clinicals and finishing school. I only have 4 weeks left of school, guys, so after I finish school, 5 days a week. That's how many times I'll be doing clinicals. So 5 days a week and working 2 days a week, there's just no time for me to be running to get hay. So I went ahead and picked up 15 bales. And sadly, I think if we don't get any rain, which they're talking about maybe some rain tomorrow night, but not much. If we don't get a nice, hard, heavy rain, or a nice, steady rain or something like that, I'm going to be feeding out hay at the end of October. So, which sucks, because I have all this grass, and it's going to be all dried up if we don't get some rain. So, if we get some rain, I might be good until Thanksgiving. I don't know, guys. It's just gonna be dependent on rain. Some of the yards are already starting to turn yellow, so it just depends. We got trees that are losing leaves already. I mean, we're starting to go through kind of a mini drought. Nothing like what Iowa is putting up with right now, but a little bit of a mini drought. It's dry. We've got cracks in the ground. It's just dry. So I've got this hay. We're gonna get her up in the hayloft, since our hayloft is it's watertight now. Finally watertight. Only took us 2 years, but you know, hey, all good things come in time. So, and no, my barn is not perfect. If I wanted a perfect barn, I'd have paid somebody to do it. You know, we're using used tin, which, you know what I paid for the used tin? Exchange of labor. It's magic. So we got used tin, and you know, Dad and I built it slowly. We got it done. It's not like the chicken house where we threw it up, and I guess we got the chicken house thrown together in like 2 days. Quick and easy. The barn was not like that. It's a lot taller. We didn't have ladders that could truly go all the way up, so we were rednecking it, and we were doing some farmer fixes, and we put the trailer in the bed of the ladder in the bed of the truck, and made it work. You know, not anything that OSHA out there would like, but we made it work. So we're gonna get this hay put up. I picked up some milk crates, because Mom said when she delivers eggs, she would like to have something to carry them around in. So I got her some milk crates to use, which it's a great idea, actually. I wish I would have thought about it a long time ago, because when you go to deliver 10, 12 dozen eggs, and just carrying them out to the truck, number one, is a pain in the butt. But if somebody orders 5 or 6 dozen eggs, it's so much easier to carry them in at something instead of like this. So I'm going to set you guys up here in a second, and I'm actually going to show you the finished barn and set you guys up, and we'll get this hay in the hayloft. So here we are. I got to get the straps off here. Some of you are probably saying, well, why'd you strap it down? Well, I had to drive 20 miles with it, so strapping it down is necessary, and mainly because it's kind of quite a load without a tailgate, so I had to strap it. Make sure it didn't go anywhere. Some of you that don't know, well, probably none of you know why this tailgate is missing. Because this tailgate was missing before I started the vlogs. So what happened was, it's a long story to go by, but we had a tornado hit our house last May, not this past May of 2016. And so with that tornado, took out our back fence, yard, and all that. Took out the back half of the house. So I was replacing the backyard fence, and I backed into a tree in the front of the house. I wasn't paying attention, and had dropped my fence post off, was taking my truck out of the front yard, and just backed right into it. And we'll see if I can find the tailgate on the scrap trailer here. A lot of you are probably saying, well, Nathan, why didn't you just rebend it back out? Because you guys are going to see in a minute. We're coming over here to the scrap trailer, and you're going to see in just a minute how bad it was and why I couldn't bend it back out. It's not possible to bend back out because that's the tailgate right there. It's bent to pieces, and those of you that see the deer stand sitting on the scrap trailer, it's just there. That's just where we had the place to put it. It's not getting scrapped. It's like a brand new deer stand. Deer stand's only like 4 or 5 years old, and it's only been set up for 2 of the years that we've had it. So, but yeah, it was. I was definitely not happy to take my tailgate out, so that's why I always have that 2x8 piece in the bed of my truck. It's my my tailgate, my makeshift tailgate. So I was gonna take the Ranger down, so I had a tailgate, but the problem is the goat tote that we transported the buck in doesn't fit in the Ranger. It's just about 2 inches too wide. It doesn't clear the wheel wells, so I had to take the F-150, and yeah, so that's that with that. So we're gonna get started getting hay up in there. Guys, here's what the hayloft looks like. Got it all closed in. Some of you are probably going to ask what these 2 holes up top are. Those are for airflow, and they're not big enough to let any massive water in here, so that's not a problem there. So yeah, we're going to go move the shelter that was up in that front pen, because a little bit's back up here now, and get it put up in this main pen so it's a little more close, and gives the goats kind of an extra shelter if they're over on that pen and want to get out of the wind and the rain and stuff. So we're gonna go take care of that. Doing my last deliveries that I'm going to be doing until probably around Thanksgiving, because Mom's going to be taking over deliveries. So because I don't remember if I told you guys this or not yet, but Wednesday, tomorrow, starts, well, probably the day you guys will actually be seeing this, I'll be riding on an ambulance at university to get my ambulance time done for my clinicals. So that starts tomorrow, and I will be busy all 7 days of the week. Between work and clinicals, I will not have time to do deliveries or any farm stuff for that matter. So mom and dad are taking over the farm for those 2 months for me, and which thank goodness I have parents who are willing to do that. Sorry guys, have to shift. But they're taking over the farm, and mom's gonna be running deliveries. She's gonna be doing them every Saturday, because Saturdays she said works best for her. So she's gonna be making deliveries on Saturdays, and yeah, go from there. So this is the last vlog also that you guys are gonna see probably until around Thanksgiving time. And I apologize for that, but I just am not gonna have the time to do vlogs either. I'm gonna be eating, living, and sleeping ambulances for the next 2 months. I'll be doing 12-hour rides, and then come home, go straight to sleep, go do rides again, come home, go to sleep, go to work, stuff like that. I will have a couple hour breaks on some days to where I come home, take a shower, and I'm able to feed that morning and then go do ambulance clinicals. But other than that, mom and dad are doing all the feeding. They're doing all the care, all the hoof care, all the prenatal care for the goats, everything. So yeah, which luckily over the past, I guess, 5 years of me really being heavily into goats, they've learned a lot and are able to do that. So, but yeah, guys, that's what's going on there. I have to teach tonight. It's the last time I'm going to be able to teach before Thanksgiving as well. Well, really, I'm just getting class started tonight because Tanya, the main instructor for tonight, isn't going to be able to be there on time, so I'm just going to get class rolling. Which luckily I was able to tell her that I have time to be able to do that tonight. Which, that's something I'm going to miss. I love teaching, so I'm going to miss that over these 2 months, just like I'm going to miss my animals. But you got to get it done. Guys, that's one thing in life. If there's something you really want to do, you have to be able to make sacrifices to get it done. And right now I'm sacrificing what I love to do, and that's farming, for my second love, which is working on an ambulance and furthering my career. So that's that, guys. We'll catch back up with you in a little bit. I don't know what else I'm doing this afternoon. I gotta weed eat some fence line and do a couple other things and go from there. Morning, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize now that I didn't finish out the vlog the other day. I just got really caught up with stuff and didn't get a chance to finish it out. So this is, like I said earlier in the vlog, the last vlog you guys are gonna see for a while. Number one, you guys are probably going, Nathan, we haven't seen you in your F-150 in forever. Why are you in your F-150? Well, the alternator on the Ranger started to crap out on me this morning coming home from work, and I have a clinical to get to today. So I'm in the old girl here. It's kind of nice. I haven't driven her, actually driven her for probably a month and a half. So it's nice to be back in my truck. Ranger's nice for commuting because it gets great gas mileage and everything else, but there's something to be said about having a V8 and being able to put your foot down and actually go when you want to go, and having other creature comforts like comfortable seats and an automatic transmission. So I love that little Ranger to death, but sometimes it's nice to drive the truck that has a little bit more, we'll call it, sophistication to it, I guess. So yeah, Dad is going to work on the alternator for me today because I have no time to do it at all. So he said he'll work on it and hopefully get it changed and done. If it's not ready to go tomorrow, it's not ready to go tomorrow. It happens. I got to work tomorrow, so I will take this truck in if I have to. And if I have to bring it back to Columbia on Wednesday, I do. I don't like having to do that just because this does not get good gas mileage. It gets like 15 or 16. I've nursed 20 out of it before, but that was all interstate driving, which this is pretty much all interstate driving, but that was also at 65 miles an hour. So yeah, I'm not a fan of driving 65 miles an hour. I'm not a fan of driving 70 miles an hour. I'm normally a 75 mile an hour kind of guy, and a lot of you guys are saying, well, that really doesn't save you much time. No, it doesn't, but that's where I sit happy driving at, is 75 miles an hour. So Yes, I know my rear end in here is still whining. I have an exhaust leak on the left side manifold in this truck. Might have some valves that are getting old in here, some valve springs that are getting old. So this truck needs to be, we need to get her rebuilt. I mean, she's at 167,000 miles. So it's time for her to get rebuilt, but it has to wait until I get my building up in my house done. So depending on when I get my license, depends on when I get a new truck. So what I'm pushing for now is to be done with clinicals before Thanksgiving, and then test sometime in December. So that's the goal. Most people do their psychomotor examination like right after class. Well, that's not going to work out for me, especially since I work most weekends. So that's not going to work out for me. I'm going to end up probably just pushing it off until December. And honestly, December isn't that far out of class, so it is doable. I don't think I'm going to have a problem. Just finding where I'm going to be doing my test at is going to be the hard part. So, but I'll figure it out. That's no big deal at all. So, but yeah, guys, off to clinicals today, and I'll catch you guys later. Hopefully, once I get done with clinicals, well, you guys are going to hear about it because there will be a vlog right when I'm done with clinicals, no matter what. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it this morning. We will, if you guys follow my Facebook page at all, I'll try to keep everybody up to date on farm stuff. Granted, I'm not going to be doing any of the farm stuff, but I'm going to do my best to keep everybody up to date. Mom and Dad are taking care of it. Mom did deliveries yesterday without a flaw, so she got it all done, which is amazing. I'm happy my mother's able to do that for me, and I'm happy my mom and dad are able to take care of farm responsibilities, garden plot stuff, and what used to be the corn patch, then I'm gonna make the pumpkin patch this year stuff. Yeah, they got to get this down, and they got to get plowed under, but it's not going to be done until December probably. I might try to get it done that week of Thanksgiving. We'll just see what happens. My Alice is that poor girl needs to get rebuilt too. She needs the upper end gone over again. She's got a major exhaust leak. She needs a new exhaust manifold, so hopefully that's something I get done this winter. If not, yeah, I don't know. Because I'm also worried that the studs in the head for the exhaust manifold are seized. So if I break a stud, I gotta send the head to go get those machined out. So, and if I do that, I'm gonna get the head planed and the valves reset. So, because there's no point in not doing something like that. You know, it cost me probably $100 to get done, but I might as well do it. If I'm gonna send the head off to get bolts, you know, taken out of it, I might as well go ahead and get it planed and get it all ready to go and put back on. As far as I know, that tractor has been bored over. That's what I was told. Now I don't know if it truly has been bored over. I was informed that this guy bought it, that I bought it from almost 3 years ago now, 2 years ago, whatever it is. He bought it from an auction, so auctions sometimes don't have the most reliable information, but I'm trusting him at this moment in time that it's been bored over. We're not going to know until we take the head off and look at it. And in all honesty, guys, that tractor is a restoration project, but right now it's my farm tractor. I do hope on getting sometime later on next year something with more horsepower, you know, 60, 75 horsepower, somewhere in there, with a bucket on it, because I'm tired of having to use the neighbor's tractor. I feel bad when I have to ask to use the neighbor's tractor, so I want something with a bucket on it and something that has enough horsepower that it can run a bigger manure spreader and stuff like that for as my farm grows. Because there's no point in buying another small horsepower tractor that isn't going to keep up with a growing farm. The Alice, honestly, when I bought it, was bought for a restoration project, but I knew I was going to use it as a farm tractor for a little while. So that's the reason behind that. It is a farm tractor for sure, but once I get a new farm tractor, it's going to get put in the shop, and as Dad mine's restoration project. You know, and you guys probably said, well, you got a lot of projects going on. Well, the F-250 is going to be simple. That's just a cab swap and building a flatbed. That's fine. The F-150 is getting built to be a race truck. It's going to be now for a while, guys. There's no doubt about it. Whenever I first tear it apart, it's going to be now for a while. I'm probably just going to do upper end and headers to begin with, because I think, pretty sure my internals can hold up to, you know, a 100 or so more horsepower. Everything I've looked up has said that these 4.6 internals on the single overhead cam dual valve hold up to good horsepower. So we're not going to do anything with the internals. We're just going to push the horsepower to them. When it blows up, it blows up. I find another block, we build another block. Like, that's no big deal. That's how it's going to get built. I'm going to build this as far as I can naturally aspirated. The next motor that gets put in here is either going to have a blower or a turbo on it. I'm thinking turbos because they're cheaper. Yeah, does it take a lot more, you know, it takes a lot more fabrication to do it, but that's the fun part. Fabbing up all the pipes and everything and the intercooler and all that, that's fun. Superchargers are a lot more expensive. Turbos are cheaper, and yeah, they're a little bit harder to control the boost, but I think it'll be more fun. So that's everything. Those are future plans, though, guys. And I don't know how I got off on this tangent, but that's what's going on. And we will catch you guys in November. Yeah, all the way in November. I know it's gonna suck, 2 months without a vlog, but you know, you got to do what you got to do. So if you guys would, if you haven't already, drop a like down below and subscribe, and leave any comments if you want to. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat, all at Hummert's Goats and Yolks. Take care, guys, and we'll see you in November.